Right, hi. Thought I'd do a quick wake up to make up video thing. And then full of descriptions on her. Thingy. Right, so I've already primed. Have I done the eyeballs? I don't think I have. Or did I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was so busy, I just couldn't remember what the hell I'd just done. Sounds very Alice in Wonderland, doesn't it? I don't know what I just did, but I did it, I think. Anyway. So I'm just going to pop some of this on. Which is obviously contour. Contour. Right. Right, so let's get to work, shall we? Let's get making ourselves looking gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right. So, these bits. Okay. So my plan for today is, I don't know, to be honest. I've got a mobile phone that's got to be sent back to EE. Last week I had, because I'm with EE, and last week I had a lady phone me up to see, because she says, oh, you're a very special, loyal customer, you've, yeah, she says, oh, you're a very special and loyal customer, you've been with us for X amount of years. I've been longer than that, but from what she said, but hey ho. Yeah. We can do an additional line if you like. And I was thinking, well, why? Because it's not like as if I'm going to be expecting trillions and trillions of calls and all the rest of it. And is there any need for me to have an additional line? Answer no. So anyway, I basically was like, thanks, but no thanks. I says, there is a phone that I'm interested in, and it's called, yeah, you get all these people wanting the latest, the most flashiest phone, and there's me that's doing a step backwards, called the Doro 8100. It's basically what's branded as an old people's phone, and I know I'm not a senior, but I think it's branded all wrong, because there's people with disability that struggle, that get really, really flummoxed really, really easily with technology. And I'm one of those people. I really do struggle. So for me, I want something that's simple and easy to use. It's still a smartphone that still has some of the features that I love. But I don't want all the extras that come with the newer phones. I hate it. I hate all the extra bits you've got to sign yourself into and then remember passwords, and oh my god, it just sometimes can be a bit much. So I thought I just want a simple version, and this seems perfect to me. Plus it's got an amplification on it, so for the likes of me that are struggling with hard of hearing, and we need that boost to be able to hear. I mean, my phone is switched up as loud as it will go. And even then I can struggle to hear out and about outside if I get a phone call with just general traffic and people, you know, all at the same time, background music and supermarkets. And I thought I would love one of these. So, you know, I've got my house phones, I've got the amplification on them as well, the boost. So if I do get a call, and sometimes that's why I use my house phones for making calls, because they've got the amplification on and I can hear better. So anyway, I says to this woman, I says, I'm very interested in the Doro 8100, and she was like, oh, all right. Are you just after a simple phone then? And I thought, you cheeky bitch. You know, I'm here struggling with my health. And I said to her, I says, I struggle with my health issues. My hearing isn't amazing. I says, and all I want is something I can use that I'm not going to get flummoxed with. Because to be honest, I says, trying to remember passwords and things is such a minefield. And I've got a contract phone at the minute, which is the one that I use, that basically, it had, when I got it on contract, I got it out, I put all my stuff across into it. I was really excited to use it, and then about 6 weeks after I had it, I had a fault in it. So the colour just literally just went, like as if I was looking at it like through colour-blind eyes. So it was all in tones of purples and blues. And it was really horrible. And I took it to the shop. And even the guy that worked on the counter was like, because they're always techie and they annoy me in those shops, to be honest. They are. They're just so full of their own, you know. They're like, we can do this. Just press this button and press that and it works. And they should talk to you like you're about 90. And I hate it. So anyway, I went into the store and the chap was like, oh, there is a fault, isn't there? And he was pressing all sorts of different sequences to get it to right itself, and it wouldn't. So he says, unfortunately, we're going to have to send this off. And I was like, oh, no. I don't want to send my phone away. But anyway, he was like, yeah, we'll send it off. It can be repaired and you'll have it back within a few weeks. So I was like, okay. I didn't want to send it off because I hate, you know, just as I got used to it, it's being sent off. But anyway, so I got it sent off. Then I went in hospital with cellulitis and sepsis, and I couldn't do anything about it anyway. But yeah, the chap phoned up the engineer and he was like, oh, we can't see a fault with it. It seems fine to us. And I was like thinking, are you looking at the right phone? So anyway, he asked what was wrong with it, and I told him. And I says, even the engineer in the shop that claims to know everything, I says, he couldn't get it to work. So anyway, that was that. Long story short, it was like, oh, there's not a lot of this, it's fine, it's fine. I was like, right, we'll do this, we'll do that, and we can have it back. And of course, I was struggling to be able to go and fetch it, so I had to wait till I was able to go and fetch it after being in hospital. Anyway, yes. Stop! Ooh! That bang! What's your heads? So anyway, sorry cats, I've decided to fight each other and be annoying. So anyway, yeah, it got sent off and all the rest of it. I'm backtracking now too much. Anyway, I had it back and I just never put my SIM card back in it, and I didn't transfer stuff across and all that. I just decided to keep using the old phone that I got, my previous phone, keep using that, and then I'll use this one in the home. Could feel a hiccup coming there. Yeah, I thought I'll use it in the home, so it saves the stress, and then it's there as a spare phone should I need it. So I did that, and I've done that ever since. So I said to this woman, I says, my plan of action is, because I've got another 12 months left on the contract, I says, what I'm planning on doing is buying for myself a Doro phone and doing all the transferring across of bits and pieces that I want in that phone. And then that's it. And she was like, oh, okay, not an issue. And then I says next year, I says when the contracts run out, I will get a SIM only pack, which works out cheaper. And that'll be it. That'll be it. So she was fine with that. I was fine with that. Tickety boo. Next day, phone rings. And it's some salesperson on the end of a phone to do with, oh, he says, we're BT. Did you know, I suppose you know from, yeah, he says, I suppose you know that we're merged together. I says, no. He says, you know, have you been watching the TV and all the rest of it? I'm like, no, I hardly watch television. Oh. Anyway, this chap, he was like, well, what services have you got then? And I says, well, I thought to myself, you'd know if you looked on your system, if you emerged, surely you'd see my... I says, oh, I says, I've got the phone and I've got home broadband with the my TVs with Sky. And he was like, all right, okay. Let's see, how much are you paying a month? And I said, 40. Oh, we'll see if I can do you a better deal. So anyway, he taps away on his computer and he says, oh, he says, I can do you a better deal. Are you disabled at all? And I said, yeah. Oh, I can do you a deal. There's like a scheme. So it's like £15 a month instead of 40. And I was like, brilliant. Thought that'll do. Yeah, I did. I thought, brilliant, that'll do. And then he was on about phones. And he says, oh, he says, I can do you an additional line. And I says, I don't know if I want one. Yeah, but I'm saving you money. I'm saving you money, he says. You know, you're already saved on the home phone. So really, what you're having is like, in virtual sense, free. And he made it sound such a great deal. I was getting really, really bogged down because he was in a call centre that was like really, really loud in the background. It was like as if he was in an airport or something. And it was all... And I thought, I can't really... I said to him, I says, I'm struggling to hear you properly. Oh, I am sorry. So he muted the background noise every time I spoke. And then he was like, would you be interested in an additional line? And I says, oh, I don't really know what that entails. And I'm in a contract. And I was thinking, no, I don't. But the salesperson was becoming really annoying and pushy. And he says, well, he says, you could have the phone you want for free. The SIM, all you've got to do is shove that in a drawer. You don't have to bother with it. So you're getting the phone for free. And I was like, it sounded okay. at that time. So I did think about it, and it was like, oh, maybe. Okay. And I went for it, still thinking, should I be doing this? Because he seemed really, really keen to sign me up, obviously. Probably on commission. And it was like, oh, go through the terms and conditions with you. And then it went all over my head at that point. And I got really, really mithered a little bit. And I just thought, I don't like this. But anyway, then I started asking questions because he sent me a text with all the contract and the new workings out. And it was like, oh, it's a contract for 2 years. And I'm thinking, I've only got a contract left on my phone, for like a year. Anyway, contract for 2 years. And I thought I'll ask questions in a sec. Anyway, he was mouthing terms and conditions. He wasn't muting the background sound anymore. And I could hardly hear myself think. And I was getting really stressed out. Anyway, got towards the end of the thing where you sign. And it was like I wanted to ask some questions, and he sort of shoved them to the back. You know, it was like, oh, I'll deal with those in a second. Can you just sign? And of course, once you've signed, it's like you're entered into the agreement, the phone's being sent out and all the rest of it. So anyway, I was like, and he was just keen to get off the call and get someone else suckered into signing up. Yeah. So anyway, I come off the phone. I had a look through the email bits and pieces. Apparently they'd signed me up for 2 years for that. They'd also signed me up for home phone broadband, but then I was also being billed £10 for the postage of some hub stuff that I thought, well, I've got stuff here. I had an engineer out the other day to sort out issues that I've had with my home phone and broadband. Anyway, it got to the point of like, I was not happy. Felt really uncomfortable. I chewed it over all afternoon. Thought about it some more, and I thought, what happens when my contract finishes? Am I then stuck with this contract for 2 years? And I don't know what I'm really agreeing to. So I went on virtual chat because everybody had gone home. And I says to this chap that I managed to get through to on I said to him, I says, I've been pushed into something I don't think I really want. Let's do this nice green. So anyway, he was like, okay. And he said he'd cancel it. You got plenty of time. You got a 14-day calling off period anyway, so don't worry about it. I'll cancel it. So he cancelled it. And then next day, my doorbell went, and it was chat with my phone, which I was expecting another package, so I wasn't sure which it was going to be. Anyhow, yeah, I took the package in, and then I thought, shit, this is the phone that I cancelled. So then I had to phone up EE again, wait for somebody to call me back. And I asked the question, I says, are EE and BT merged? He says, no, They're the same, they're in the same company, same building, but they're not, they're separate. And I was like, all right, okay, because I've been pushed into signing up for some things I don't want. So the lady sent me an envelope out for me to send it back, the phone. And I thought, well, I'll deal with the here and now. The other bits I'll deal with when I've had a bit more thought. £15 a month is still really good compared to 40. And then I thought, well, are there going to be additional charges I don't know about? At least with this, I know what I'm paying. So anyway, I went on. I had issues with my internet. It was dropping out again. It wasn't working right. It was super, super slow and horrendous. So I managed to get somebody to phone me back. And then I asked this chap who had a bit of brains about him, actually. And I said, you know, are you one and the same? And he said, no. I says, oh, I think I've made a big mistake going with this company. They've charged me £10 for something that I didn't ask for. And he says, oh, I can cancel it for you, but there's a lady that's phoning back from our call centre that's dealing with your complaint of slow broadband speed and all the rest of it. If you wait and see, because he adjusted my IP address, I think it is. I think it is. Yeah, he's adjusted that. So that looks quite cool. Yeah, he says, see how it is over a few days, and then she can always cancel it, yeah, if you're not happy with being signed up for BT. So I was like, okay, no issues. So anyway, I got in touch. Well, no, she phoned me, this woman, who's been really, really helpful. And I told her, and she says, no, she says, we're separate. And I said, oh, can you cancel for me then, please? And she's got it all sorted out. And she was really, really nice. And she was like, oh, don't take any notice of any of these that are trying to get you to sign. They make me so angry, these sort of people, and all the rest of it. I was like, good. So anyway, she sorted the issue out for me. Yeah. So I went away happy. She undid it all the bits I sort of signed into. She says, oh, she says it'll be cancelled. So I was like, perfect. So it's taken a lot of time. Anyway, the postage bag has arrived. So I've got to send that back today. But I am looking up at the broadband on the brain now. The phone that I want. I have been looking it up, and there, you know, I am. This is what I want, and soon as I can afford to do it, which will probably be sort of towards the end of March now, I think, because my son has seen. Well, he wanted a desk for his bedroom because his bedroom is super, super small. And it's like the only things he's got in his room are his desk, his big computer desk, and his bed, and that's it. That's the only room that he's got in there. Yeah, that's all he's got in his bedroom. And one come up on eBay yesterday, all unpackaged. The person's bought it, and they've decided to change their mind rather than taking it back. They stuck it on eBay. and I messaged the lady, because it's the desk that he wants. And I said, would you accept offers? Because she was just on bids and there was like people watching it. And she said, yeah, what would you thinking? And I told her, I says, and when we looked on eBay, well, no, when we looked on IKEA's website, I was only offering £5 less than what was actually for it to buy a new one from this shop. But anyway, the lady, because she saw how keen I was to have it and everything, she says, if you... She then says, oh, I'll accept 40 instead of 50. So, yeah. And she only lives down the road from me, so on Saturday we're going to go and pick it up. So then he'll be happy, because his room's being sorted out. Because he's really miffed that he wants to get his room sorted out. And we've been here, August will be 2 years. And his room's no further forward in being completed. He wants his room as, you know, in his head that he's always wanted. And I'm thinking, yeah, well, things take time. It's like I've wanted to have my rooms decorated, you know, the living room done, the kitchen done. But then I'm waiting on these adaptations to be done, and it's pointless doing any decorating until everything's sorted out, basically. It's pointless until everything is all done, building work. It is. You know, it makes no sense whatsoever to go doing some things until the you know, all the big bits have been done, and then we can tackle getting the rooms decorated. I know Adam's room isn't a huge issue. He's not having big adaptations done, but there are still bits still being done to his bedroom. And until they've been and done, I mean, I'm going to ask about a socket being put across the room in his room. Something else. You know, there's a few things that I've wanted to get done, but it's called waiting, unfortunately, because I just can't do it. Right. Shucks, my little pot's gone over. Hang on. Yeah. So, So today's plan of action, unless it's absolutely peeling it down with rain, is to go and take this phone to the post office. There we go. Yeah, unless it's absolutely peeing it down today, I'm gonna get yeah, I just want it gone back to the that looks all right. Okay. Yeah. Oh God. Mm. Oh God. So. Yeah. So not a lot to be done today, but I'm still getting on with things. Shall I wear this one? I just love this one. It's cute, but it's scruffy at the same time. Let's have a look. How's that? Sometimes I just like the more tattier looking styles, you know. Yeah, that's sweet. Right, let's grab it. What do you think? Nana. Right. Oh, I forgot highlight, hadn't I? Highlight. I knew there was something missing. I knew there was something not quite 100% here. It's always something, isn't there? You know, just when you think you've done everything, it's like, what am I missing? So I'm going to use a nice pink highlight. It's a very subtle glow. Bit there. Yeah, I thought I'm missing something. And then a bit of spray. There we go. Bit there. Bit there. And then just blend. There we go. And then, just quickly, I need to put something where that fringe sweeps. Right, that's that. I know what I have forgot to do now. Just this. Oh God, maybe I should have done this without my... Oops. This smells beautiful. This is Fresh Face from Barry M. And that's it, I think. I've got to get some more bits and pieces at some point. But there we go. What do you think? Let me just grab you again. Have a look. Will she do? Right. So brown, greens and purples today in the eye look, and a bit of bronze in the corner. Right, I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time,